as it seems, I've been moved ahead to sort of be in the position of the keynote talk, which is great. What I have for you today basically is a list of things I want to talk about to help you navigate your technology career. And also at the end of it, we'll just do a simple exercise. So when I started my career as an AI researcher or a developer, I was passionate about it. So it was in my third year in the university at the time, and I was reading through articles on Medium, and I came across an article on AI, and I was just captivated. And from then on, I kept on reading more and more and taking courses, and I think that was what drove me to actually grow in that field, because I was passionate about it. So that's the first thing I want to talk about. If you are interested in a career in technology, you want to make sure that you're passionate about it, first of all. Is this something that you are super passionate about? If you are feeling stuck, your passion will push you to, find solutions and move ahead. Same also when I founded Diverse K. It was the passion for wanting to help people navigate their tech careers. The pandemic happened, and a lot of people had issues, navigating their careers, and it just felt right. So I was passionate about it, and I pursued it. So that's the first and most important thing. So very closely related to this is your, you need to believe in yourself. So whatever career you're trying to get into, also especially in tech, you need to believe in yourself that you can do it, that you can learn to code, that you can learn to collaborate. You need to believe in yourself and not let self-doubt get in the way. So imposter syndrome is something that is very, very frequent, like everybody experiences. I experience it too from time to time, where you feel you are not good enough, or other people will soon realize that you're not good enough, but that's not the case. Most of the opportunities that come your way is because you're actually good enough and you're, seen to be that good. So that's the second and most important thing I want to talk about today. And my third point here is you need to learn how to negotiate for yourself. So negotiation is very important, and this is closely tied to how you communicate. So as a woman, sometimes it's very difficult for us to access opportunities. This can be in terms of salaries, in terms of benefits, or even opportunities generally, just because you are not very eager and you're not very passionate about negotiating for that thing. So are you that person that would talk about your value and make others see why you are the best person for that position? Especially in a job, it is a two-way thing. You're benefiting the company, and the company is also trying to benefit you in a way. So communicate your value and use that to negotiate for yourself. Don't ever feel like whatever you're asking for is too much. Also, very importantly, you want to learn continuously. So learning continuously is a very, very important skill in your tech career, because tech is not just one thing that you learn and you're perfect and then you just use it frequently. Even if it's just a tool, there's always new things to learn every day, every time. So you want to continue to learn. You should have a schedule for this. I recently spoke to some tech professionals yesterday. So we had this techies hangout throughout the week. And one of the panel yesterday was about, what professionals do or what they have done, some systems they have built along the way to succeed, to continually grow in their careers. And one of it was actually setting time out to learn. So this is, even if you're currently working or you've been in the field for 3-5 years, you want to set time to learn every day, set out 30 minutes or maybe 2 hours on the weekend to learn something new. That's very important. Yeah, so a support system also is very important. Just like Marianne mentioned earlier, having a community that you can be part of. You being here is already a huge step for you, because you want to like be in a community of people who can relate with you, who understand what you're trying to achieve. So having a support system, people who you can turn to, ask questions when you have a problem, people who you can exchange ideas with. You want to have those people around you. So having a support system is important. So yeah, this one is actually one where I wanted to touch upon. That's the idea of actually growing in your tech career as a woman. Earlier this year, I've been very interested in speaking to married women, or women who have kids, and talking to them about what it has been like growing and managing their careers and their kids and married life. But as you can see, I'm currently not married myself, but I would like to hear from some married women in the audience, if there's any. Please, I would like to hear from you, what it has been like for you growing in your career, if you have kids or if you're currently married. You can just raise your hand. Is there anyone? Okay.
Thank you to the organizers for organizing this event. So my name is Sarah Peter Deoye. I got married this year. That was June. And
congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, so then I was working at my PPA where I served. So I was just working as an attaché pass. Let's just put it like that, because they liked me there, so they told me to keep staying there till maybe when the government is recruiting a new set of employees. That's in Ogun State. So when I got married in June, I had to relocate from Abeokuta. I served in Abeokuta to Lagos. But before then, I got the Women Tech Stars Fellowship, which was the turning point in my career. So I studied surveying and geoinformatics in school. So I'm a geospatial scientist by profession. But my dream has been to integrate tech into my geospatial, like integrating artificial intelligence with my geospatial skills. It will make me more competitive in the market space. So I didn't have that opportunity then. Earlier this year, I saw the Women Tech Stars Fellowship and I applied for it without putting my mind to it. But when I got married, I cannot stay in Abeokuta while my husband is here in Lagos. I had to leave Abeokuta and move down here to Lagos. Then there was a lot of pressure on me. Get a job. Get a job. I was like, I cannot go for a teaching job because I know what I want. Then the Women Tech Stars has not started then, but I knew what I was envisioning and how I wanted my future to be. So I didn't go for the teaching job or all these mania jobs because the pressure was on me, and my husband was the only one fending for the family. Do you get? So the pressure was much. I felt sad and emotionally down because that was not what I was picturing my home or my marriage life to be like. So the fellowship started in August, and I tried my best to turn my tears and my emotional worries to a passion, like putting my all into the fellowship. So my track is data science, and I would not lie to you, it has been challenging. One, I'll have to wake up early in the morning to cook for my husband. He will go to work. After cooking for him, I'll do chores. We are having classes 10 to 2 every day, Mondays to Fridays. So sometimes the food my husband will eat before going to work is different from the food he will carry to work. Please. I thought of saying this story when I'm done with my fellowship. So it was somehow difficult for me at first. Now, from 10 to 2, sometimes I won't even have time to do the chores at home. Once it's 2 o'clock, I would have to do some other things. I would like some other further learning. So I know that my husband will come back by maybe 6 or 5. Once it's 4 like this, bam, anything I'm doing is on halt. I'll just go back to clean the house and start cooking. It got to a stage, normally when I was living alone in Abeokuta, I can go without eating. Even if I want to eat, I like momoy, I like bread, all these junks. But when I got married, I have to start cooking. It was somehow difficult for me to handle at first. So once it's 4 like this, I'll try to make food for my husband. There was a day he got home and I was working on the system. There was no food. I had to beg. But I wouldn't lie to you. You said something that some people said that you need to have someone that is very understanding and that knows what you're going and that knows where you're going to. And that is what is happening to me right now. Now, I go to events. I volunteered for She Code Africa. I go to a lot of things, a lot of events. My husband allows me, but I'm not taking advantage of it by not doing my own chores. There are some times in the night when you know that you want to walk or you want to watch one YouTube video or something, you'll be like, you are leaving me on the bed. So you'll be like...
I totally understand you. First, thank you so much for sharing. Can we please clap for her? Thank you so much for sharing, and that was very brave. And I can see a lot of other hands up. I know you want to share your story, and this is what actually got me interested in this particular discussion where I was talking to a lot of career women who seemed to be successful, but in the background, they all had one challenge or the other. The few that I spoke to that didn't have any of these issues said what actually helped them is marrying somebody who understands. Where we come from here, it's very understandable. Most men are built and raised to actually have women who would do the chores, but it's also a good thing that some are beginning to understand that this shouldn't be the case. It should be a partnership. It should be support. She's working full-time, the husband is working full-time, but she has all these other additional jobs that she has to do, which shouldn't be the case. So that was an interesting take. I would have loved to have a longer conversation about this, but you see, we don't have time. Thank you so much.